Hello, and welcome to SHS Today. I'm Caitlin, and joining me at the news desk is Dom. Thanks for tuning in. We have a lot of great stories for you today.
Thanks, Caitlin. Today we are highlighting multiple CTE programs, the school nurses and mental health counselors, the advisory committee, and much more. But first, let's take a look at the upcoming SHS production Frozen and the technical aspects that make this show possible.
This is Connor Stanley reporting for SHS Today. With time dwindling down until the gates of Arendelle open to the public, we are wondering, is the magic just in Elsa's hands, or is it in the hands of the people running behind the scenes? Today, we will question how these marvelous tech masters run the show. What is your role in tech?
So my name is Molly Derrig, and I'm the technical director of the Performing Arts Center here. So on this show, I am helping to design the lights and the projection. I also help to design the set and to get all of that stuff done during Tech Week. I would say part of it is the time restriction, which is kind of a problem for all shows. It's not like we're any different here. It's just you figure out what show you're doing, and then you look at your schedule, and you've got a couple months, and then all of a sudden all that time flies by, and you have to kind of wait on different groups to get different things done. You have to wait on the actors to be ready to a certain point before you add in lights and sound and all of that. And by the time you get to that point, you've got like 3 weeks left, and you have to do everything in 3 weeks.
Oh, my first role, I was a projection board assistant, and then I moved on to lighting. I did props. In my later years, mostly I did stage managing, and I was the student technical director, so I really just did everything.
My main role in tech is basically controlling the flies and doing the traveler. Probably being a little more on the weaker side. I have to lift ropes, and they have weights on them, so that's a little hard. And probably the most challenging thing of the show, just kind of getting around, probably.
Wow, a lot of work has been done and so much more on the way. I guess the question now is, do we end this winter and bring back summer, or let it go and stay colder by the minute? Tickets are on sale at ssdbooktext.com, and anyone is welcome here in Arendelle. This has been Connor Stanley reporting live for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
Next up is advisory. We interviewed the advisory committee to see what they do behind the scenes to keep advisory running.
Hi, I'm Kenny Shinar, reporting for SHS Today. Today, we're going around asking members of the advisory committee what exactly they do to make advisory more interesting for students at SHS. Who am I here with today?
Bella Raystrick.
And what is the advisory committee?
The advisory committee is a group of students and teachers who are working together to make advisory better for everyone.
And what does the advisory committee do?
So we have monthly meetings, and then we meet with clubs, we meet with other advisories to try to plan different events. We have class-wide events, and then we just try and see, get feedback from other advisories and see what we can do to make it better.
How did the advisory committee come about?
From what I'm aware of, it was originally just led by teachers. They got the feedback, and they started making decisions, but they wanted to include students to get their voice and their opinion to make it more student-directed.
And what activities do you do in advisory committee?
We have a couple different plans. So, the class-wide events, we had freshman rock, paper, scissors, a sophomore relay, junior Hungry Hippos, which is coming soon, and then a senior dodgeball tournament, which will also be coming soon. And there's the advisory feud, which is mostly led by Mr. Campbell, but during advisory, and I don't know, that's about it. There's a couple other things, though, in the works, so you should stay tuned for that. Keep your eyes out, listen for some dates, because this is a pretty big thing that we've been working on, and yeah.
We'd like to thank the advisory committee for all their hard work, and back to you in the studio.
Recently, the Humanities Department introduced a new class. We spoke to the Humanities Director, Mr. Goyette, to find out more about these new course offerings.
This is Ara with SHS Today. Today we are reporting on the difference between taking comp and taking the American split courses.
I've taught both CP Comp and Honors Comp for 30 years, and I think any student would enjoy comp. Now students don't really understand it perhaps, but I think it really speaks to students that say, I don't like history, but I like English, or I don't like English, I like history. And when they're blended together, it makes both subjects come alive.
I think that students who want more individualized attention should take the split course because it's a lot more one-on-one versus a class of 30 plus. However, students who benefit from having an everyday meeting with your teacher, I think they should probably take the comp class because we see them every single day for the entire year.
Well, what inspired me to create the split courses this year was to create opportunities for students. Full comp is a great class, team taught, interdisciplinary, which is an excellent model, but it's every day, all year. And I think some students may need some flexibility in their schedule.
What's your favorite thing to teach in comp, and what's your favorite thing to teach in the split course?
Gatsby. Just Gatsby.
All of the above?
Overall, in both of them, I'm a big Gatsby fan.
I like the unit that we just started today, which is the 1920s, where we learn about the 1920s as showcased in The Great Gatsby. So it's really cool because we get to read The Great Gatsby, but we also get to explore the historical context.
Yeah, I love our Native American unit where we talk about Native American experience because we bring it into the contemporary and we look at the history and we look at the current state of Native Americans, and I love being able to do that sort of thing. Well, for us, we can only speak to our experience, but we try to kind of truly team teach as much as possible. We're both in front of the class, we're both having discussions with the students.
Kind of like an every other day schedule, so English one day, history the other. Not always. English tends to follow the history timeline. We get to be a little bit more loose, have a little bit more of a different direction with that and kind of talk about specific themes.
Next year we will have both those classes. There will be an Honors American Literature class. Well, there's already an Honors American Literature class, but we'll be adding an Honors American Studies to History class to the course offerings for next year.
Wow, that all sounds awesome. Back to you in the studio.
A new addition to SHS is Miss Bateman, the computer programming teacher. We talked with her to learn more about her and what it is like to work at SHS.
I'm Logan Filer with SHS Today, and I'm here outside the computer programming classroom to talk to the new teacher, Mrs. Bateman, and some of her students and see what it's like to be a new teacher in SHS.
My name is Emily Bateman. I have been teaching actually for only about 2.5 months. Started here at Salem High School at the beginning of November. Prior to that, I was working as a software engineer in industry and a variety of different industries for about 30 years. After working in the industry for as long as I had, I really wanted to share my passion for computer science, knowing how technology has grown over the last years, to share that experience with students and get other people excited about it too.
Now that we talked with Mrs. Bateman, let's talk to some of her students and see why they took this class and what they like about it.
You know, there is definitely learning spots for everything, like every skill level, and it is overall a very enjoyable class. I took this class because it's the field I want to go into when I graduate. I want to go and study computer science at college, and then eventually get a job in the field of computer science, being in the more software side of computer science.
Probably how we get to really get hands-on with writing programs and the like of it. Miss Bateman's really a really nice teacher when she explains stuff really well to you, and she makes sure everyone gets it, and she moves at a pace that is good for all the students in the class.
Thank you all for watching. I'm Logan Filer, and back to you at the studio.
JROTC is a popular course offering at Salem High School. We talked with some of the students in Major Blazak to hear more about what they learned in this class.
Hello everybody, my name is Jeffrey Ivis with Salem Blue Devil TV. Today we'll be interviewing the JROTC program. We will be interviewing the cadets and also the chief of the program.
I chose JROTC because I wanted to mentor young men and women that may have potential to serve their communities and to maybe go on to military service if they choose.
Nice.
Because I was interested in what it was all about, and it looked pretty cool from all the presentations that they were doing in 8th grade and stuff. So.
Nice.
I had a lot of friends who were in the program, and I just kind of wanted to see what it was all about.
What is your favorite part about JROTC?
JROTC is about being with the students and all the extracurricular things that we do outside of school, things like drills, CMP, robotics, and just getting out and having fun together.
I love all their extracurriculars and all the stuff they offer. I like probably Raiders my favorite, but I also like their drill teams and color guards. Those are also very fun.
Definitely all the drill teams and the JLab.
JLab? What is JLab?
It used to be called Academic Bowl. You go over a bunch of subjects like grammar, math, science, and it's just like competing to answer the questions the fastest.
Here in JROTC, you get to learn about leadership, along with, at the same time, because it's an Air Force JROTC, we do a lot about aviation. And along with those things, you get the opportunities to lead and to do all the extracurricular things that we do in the program, where the cadets are the ones that run these things, while Chief Puzo and I are here to advise them.
Wow, that sounds like an interesting program. If you're interested in joining JROTC, talk to Chief. I'm sure it'll be a great time. I'm Jeffrey Ivas. Back to you in the news desk.
A great CTE program offered here at SHS's Culinary Arts. Let's see what the students and teachers have to say about this amazing program.
This is Skylar Bell reporting for SHS Today. Today we're going to go into the culinary room and see what they're cooking.
Why did you want to do culinary?
Because I really like baking.
I don't know. I just picked it randomly.
What was the best thing you've made, rated on a scale of 1 to 10?
Probably sugar cookies for Christmas. They were probably a 10 out of 10.
I made this chicken sandwich, which was really good.
Are you planning to take culinary too?
Yes.
No.
I've been teaching this class, or I've been teaching here at Salem High School for 10 years, and this is my first position out of industry, meaning in education. I wanted to teach culinary because teaching as a chef is probably the most enjoyable thing to do about the job. Yeah, if you're a chef working in a restaurant or working in any sort of food service operation, you're constantly teaching people. So I just wanted to focus on that. My favorite thing to make with the students is actually something we're doing right now with my Culinary 2 students. We're making croissants from scratch. So getting into some of the more technical baking projects is stuff that I really enjoy.
This is Skylar Bell reporting for SHS Today. See you back in the studio.
Next up, we interviewed the nurses and a school counselor to gain some perspective on all that they do to keep students both physically and mentally healthy.
Hello, this is Gabrielle Dern reporting for SHS Today. Medical professionals are a very important occupation. From doctors, surgeons, EMTs, psychiatrists, and nurses, these are people caring for and treating people. As you all know, we have these very own people at our school. Today we interviewed some of them to get more insight to their careers.
They meet with kids individually, provide like a little bit of counseling. It might be to help them with like academics, might be able to help them with like, if they're stressed, they got some worry or they're feeling sad.
It's not just, I think, what people think is Band-Aids and, just handing out Band-Aids all day. There's a lot more involved.
So when I was younger, I had, a counselor that I worked with closely at school, and he just was really helpful because I just kind of felt misunderstood, and he was just like super accepting.
I really enjoy helping people, and I love to see the outcome of my interventions.
Nursing because it's challenging and diverse, and you can do so many different things. That was really what attracted me to nursing.
It wasn't my first choice, to be honest. I have a biology degree as well, marine biology. I went through major hurricanes. I was living in Florida, and I really wanted to help people. I felt helpless at that time, so I made the decision to switch careers and go to nursing school.
We also asked about burnout and COVID relating to their occupations. Here's what they had to say.
but definitely I know like kids struggled with getting back into school.
COVID in the beginning took up a lot of our time as school nurses, and we were on the phone a lot rather than interacting with students one-on-one.
Definitely just like increased anxiety, and some depression just because kids are more isolated during that time. So
Vigilant with fevers and temperatures in terms of testing for COVID than we were before.
So while it's still around, it's not a large part of our job like it used to be.
What is your opinion on nurse burnout?
I think it's multifactorial. I think in hospitals it's, understaffing and high acuity, and the demand put on the job is a lot more than it used to be. And that's true in school nursing too. The medical acuity of students is higher, so the demand on nursing is higher. And sometimes there's limited resources, which makes the job very difficult as well.
And COVID absolutely contributed to a lot of nurse burnout. It was a very scary time, especially when it first happened in 2020. A lot of people were getting very sick in treating COVID patients. So covering your cough, cover your cough with your elbow, cover your sneeze with your elbow.
And stay home from school if you're not feeling good.
Get plenty of rest, drink plenty of fluids. You really need to listen to your body. Wash your hands.
Yeah, that's number one.
We hoped you learned a little bit more about these esteemed professionals here at SHS, and a reminder to take care of yourself during this flu season. This has been Gabriella Dearn reporting for SHS Today. Back to you in the studio.
The library offers many incredible resources for students. Let's go down there to see all that they offer and how students can use this space to their advantage.
Hello, this is Tyler Keogh for SHS Today. The library offers many wonderful resources and opportunities for students, and we talked with the librarians to learn more about how students can use the space to their benefit.
Because there are just a ton of resources that we have for the library for students and staff. So let's see. So for advisory, we have a lot of games, board games, card games. We have kits if you want to learn a new skill. We have obviously academic databases to help support your research, give you access to credible information and citations. And of course we have books, right? I would encourage you to always make sure you have a book in your bag. And we have an extensive amount of good independent reading books. In addition, we have ebooks and audiobooks. We also have peer tutors here after school every Tuesday and Thursday, and they are fantastic, very helpful. If you can't make it here after school and you visit our website, there is a program sponsored by the state of New Hampshire that will connect you to an online tutor 24/7, and I'm happy to help you get set up with that.
Every month, the library offers new and exciting activities that students can participate in.
In the library, we are definitely focused on Frozen. We are big fans of that. The musicals they put on here at the school. So we have our activity table set up with some coloring sheets, some information about Norway, because that's where it's based, some puzzles. You can make an Olaf, and we also have a Frozen photo booth. So every month we try and change up our activity table. So next month will be all things kindness in support of Kindness Month. In March, we have Pet Month planned, so the age-old question of what is better, cats or dogs. We will be debating that, as well as looking for pictures of people with their pets to post. So if anyone has any ideas for sort of things we can highlight in the library, we'd love to hear them.
We all hope you take advantage of these amazing resources. This has been Tyler Keogh, back to you in the studio.
Girl Scout cookie season is officially upon us. We are lucky to have an expert on the subject in our very own Caitlin Rager. She wanted to find out what people's favorite cookies and promote sales.
This is JJ Yazbek reporting for SHS Today. Today we were interviewing students about Girl Scout cookies. What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
The mint ones.
I think they're called Samoas. They're the caramel ones with like the coconut on top. I love those.
Probably trefoils or Samoas.
I'd have to say the Thin Mints. Me too.
What's your least favorite Girl Scout cookie?
The shortbread ones. They don't have any flavor to them.
The lemon ones.
Me too.
How long have you been selling cookies?
This will be my 9th year, I think.
Have you placed an order yet?
Yes, I have. I bought 4 boxes, and I called my mother, and she bought one of every single flavor.
No.
Yeah.
No, not yet. Me too.
Is cookie addiction a real thing?
I think so, and I get it from my mother.
What's the best part of selling cookies?
Probably just the community aspect of it. I like talking to people, and I like growing my marketing and sales skills, so I think it's pretty fun.
This is JJ Yazbek, reporter for SHS Today. If you're interested in buying Girl Scout cookies, scan this QR code. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks for tuning in to SHS Today. Make sure to follow us on TikTok at TV and Media 2023 and Instagram at SalemBDTV. I'm Dom.
And I'm Caitlin. If you have any ideas for what you'd like us to report on, feel free to email Mr. Hazel. We hope you join us next week to keep up to news on here at SHS.
Have a great week,
Salem High.